Can see you this morning, Mum. I can see you this morning. That is brilliant. Okay, I was a little bit late coming on, so maybe that's what I have to do. Wait until I'm late. Alrighty, so it's raining and overcast here today, which is a little bit different, and it's fully overcast. There's no break in it at all. So now, before we go too far, we've got, I'm sorry, I'm just looking for stuff, as always. I have it here, and then it disappears. Okay, we've only got today and tomorrow for the vouchers. Okay, so if you spend $90, you get a $9 voucher. No rain there. Okay. And then you can spend those vouchers after I think it's from the 3rd of February through to the 28th of February. And I haven't got any of my paperwork here. I'm not sure what I've done with it. So there we go. Hi, Leslie. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. So my card this morning, the reason I was a couple of minutes late coming on was because I was sat here working out sizes, and I'm like, oh, my goodness, it's time to be on there. So there we go. So for anyone who didn't see, this was my card yesterday, which it does have happy birthday written down there, and I probably should have had it up higher on that little bit up the top there. But yeah, I was quite pleased with that yesterday. So I've got that one sitting there. Today, it's quite a simple, straightforward card, only because we're heading out a bit later. So, had to do something a little bit quicker today, which is great in a way. So I have pre-cut some bits and pieces. Good morning, Sue. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. Alrighty, so let's get started. Now, I've already cut my card bait. Oh, hang on, let me go down to the desk. It's easier that way, isn't it? There we go. Every day I come on here, I get something new pop up, some new thing asking me if I want to do this or I want to do that. The answer is no, don't ask. You're working hard as usual, Sue? Well, I suppose that's a good thing. I've actually got some shifts coming up, but not until July. They've got the senior managers going on holiday in July, so I'm doing a couple of shifts there. Hi, Tanya. How are you this morning? And Nicole, how are you? Lovely to see you. All right, so I've cut my normal card base, which is 5 3/4 by 8. And I've cut a layer which is 5.5 by 3 3/4. So that's what I've got for that. And then I've also cut, well, I say I've cut, I did cut this one. I have heaps and heaps. Look at all these I have left from yesterday. Arches everywhere. Okay, so we might not have seen the end of arches yet. So I did cut this one here, which is that one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the fifth size from the smallest. And this one, which is the 4th, I think, the 4th size, because they're going to fit into each other like that. Now, what I've done with this one, I've gone ahead, I actually cut 2 of those. So I've actually cut more than 2, as you can see. And I've already layered 2 together to give it a little bit of height. I may yet put another one on there. I'm not 100% sure. So using the arches in their layers, you know, I look at it like that, and it's like looking through a big long tunnel, isn't it? I imagine like all wisteria or something growing down there, like an arbor. All right, let me pop those away. I was good girl yesterday. I did use up what magnetic sheets I had and put some of my cards away. My dies onto the stamps. All right, so what do I start with? Let me start with this bit, because this is the bit that I want to make sure that I get right before I go on to... This is one where I've written my own instructions, so anything could happen. So what I want to do is I want to start, and I want to go to 1 inch, and then I'm going to... We're going to score at 1 inch, and then 1 1/8. So we're going to do a few of these. Then we're going to go 1 1/4. We want them so that they show. So we're doing, what did I say, 1 1/4. So then we're going 1 3/8. We're just moving up 1/8 all the time until we come to 2. And then we're going 1 1/2. Let me have a look at that. Okay. Could probably do them a bit, what did I do? Get 2 1 1/2, and then another one there. That's 1 5/8, 1 3/4. One 7/8, and 2. Alrighty, so I really wanted to turn that over and have that side up. So I don't actually think that I've scored it heavy enough. So let me go in. This is where I find out whether I had it straight or not. And do 1 inch again. I'm just doing it a little bit harder because I wanted it to, I want to actually use the other side. If we end up with score lines where we're not supposed to have them, we know I didn't have it straight the first time. There we go. Couple more. And 2. All right, so what I want to do is turn that over, and you can see we've got the lines on that side. We're still short of one. That one there is still not very dark, but that's okay. All right, so that gives us a little bit of a pattern, that side. I don't know if you can see it. Can you actually see those score lines there. Anyway. Alrighty, so that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to put this on there. So before we do that, we're going to have a play with some colours, and we're just going to have purple, blue, green, and yellow. So I'll just grab a sheet of paper to put under this while I play. And all we're going to do is we're just going to pop a little bit of each of these onto, you can't really see, you'll see it in a minute because it's gonna, oh, that's really, okay, so this one is Gorgeous Grape. And I just want to pop it across there like that. That was really, I'll smudge that in a bit more. There we go. And then I've got Azure Afternoon. Don't use this one enough. It's a pretty blue. Move what I've got on there. Oh, this one's quite, see, these are, you can tell which ones you don't use very much because they're very juicy. And then we're going to put that Azure Afternoon down. Then I've got Summer Splash. Hi Holly, how are you this morning? So I'll take a bit of that off of there because it's usually, all right, let me. Okay, and then we're going to do the Summer Splash across there. So just giving it a bit of a rainbow effect. And now we're going to do Daffodil Delight. Well, that one's not quite so bad. All right, so then we're just going to do Daffodil across the top. And that gives us a bit of a rainbow effect. And then we've got the yellow. All right, so that gives us that. All right, put those out of the way. Shouldn't be using them again, and I might use them for the inside, but that will be it. So let me pop those away. Now, what I want to do is I want to pop this onto this card, but I also want, is that the double one? Yeah. I want this to go around the edge of it, but I want it to sit up a bit too. So what I'm thinking is if I put those two in together like that, and then I was going to just put a little bit of tape just to hold them because I don't want them, and then I can check that they're together on the other side. Hi Kim, how are you? Lovely to see you. I'm just popping that there so that I can see that I've got what I want. And yes, I do. I could put another layer on there. I'll think about it afterwards. Oh, no, I need to think about it now. Should I put one more layer on there? I might, just to give it that extra little bit of what would you call it? Depth, height. Don't wriggle off, Lorraine, because you've got it all together here. So just putting some glue around the edges. Now, I still haven't had time to play with the stamping platform. So we're going down to Caboolture to get the side steps put onto our car, which will make it not only easier for Mum, but it'll also make it easier for me because it's our car's quite high. And so I'm thinking just putting that on there like that. I actually think that instead of doing the self lines, what we could have done would be to emboss that. Anyway, so that is going to go on there like that. So I'm going to pop that up. Do I want, oh no, I'm going to stamp something in it first. Now, what I'm thinking, surely the brand new ones can't be right at the back. What have I done with those then? Maybe here? No. I have no idea what I've done with. Well, that's weird. That's what I get for coming in here and clearing up. All right, quickly choose another then, Lorraine. What do I want? I use that one all the time. Let's use something different. Let's use this. And I just want this in like a grey. And I'm thinking this one will look nice. It's not the one that I originally wanted, but I can't find where I've put the other stuff. So obviously put it somewhere safe. That's what happens when I put stuff safe. Oh, that might be a bit big. It's a bit big. Bother. We'll find something a bit smaller then. I think that one will be too small. Yep. Find something a little bit. I want something a bit fluffy, but fluffy. Me and my made-up words. Right, nothing there takes my fancy. Let me have a look down here. What we've got in that. I think that's too big as well. Yep. That's dies anyway. I don't want dies. I want stamps. This is what happens also when I think I've got myself all worked out and then something's not going to fit. Let me have a look. Nope. Goodness me, how hard can it be to find a nice little piece of greenery that's going to fit? You know, that might work. Either too big or too small, but I think that on its own will work. So that's from Inspiring Imperfections. And it's so silly because I only want to do just something on there to give me like a shadow. So I'll use some basic grey. Pop that there. We'll ink up the fingers crossed. Oh, there we go. That worked. All right. So now all I want to do is just pop that on there, and I'm going to pop it up. So where I put those two bits of tape, I'll leave those because they're just adding to the stability of this. And I will probably go overboard, but hey, I'd rather have too many than have it collapse. Oops, not stuck to my arm. Pop these on. I just want to make sure that there's plenty. And I'll just put a couple in the middle. All right, heaps. Looks great. That's good. You love the colors. It's one that I saw on Pinterest, but there was no instructions. So it was like, okay, sort it out for yourself, Lorraine. Okay, so now I'm just going to put that about the middle of there like that. All right, so that gives us that. Now this has been, and I just wanted something just to give it an edge. So I think the blue, and that one is Blueberry Bushel. And now it doesn't want to fit back in the slot. So do you think the Blueberry Bushel suits under there? I think it sort of gives it a bit of a... The only other one that I could think of, and I don't know that this is... Let me see. Yeah, I could do one out of the purple. Well, let me cut a base because it won't matter. 8 by 5 3/4. Fold that. All good. A bit fluffy there. Don't tell me I need a new blade already. Don't want that bow. Let's tidy that up. Okay, so we can have the blue or we can have the purple. So we've got Gorgeous Grape or we've got Blueberry Bushel. Which do you prefer on those? Let me catch up with what's happening on the chat. The purple? Holly, you like the purple. I think they both do an equal job. I really do. I like both of them. So, and it doesn't matter because I can always use the other thing. You like the purple better too? Yep. Good. All right. Everybody likes the purple. So, and I don't think I'm going to put, I did put that extra one on there. So I've actually got 3 layers. Did I put the extra one on? Yeah. I've actually got 3 layers of the white around the edge. Just to give it a bit of height away from the centerpiece, if that makes any sense, so that it looks like you're looking into it a little bit. And I'm annoyed about that, but what I'll do is I'll put something on there. And yeah, it's like I said, very simple card today. So what I'll do is, well, I might as well just stick that down. So Suzanne isn't doing a card today. I'm not sure, have a chance to catch up with her this afternoon. It'll just depend on what happens. All right, so just popping that straight down on there. Oh, that's right, I was going to put a greeting on there. I can still do that. I only wanted something small on there. So I haven't done a thank you for a while. Let's see if thank you will fit. These are actually a lot bigger than you think they're going to be. It would fit up there. Well, we can just go with hello, which is my other favorite. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Thank you, Sue. So I could put hello. I think hello would work down there. And you know what? We're going to do we're going to hold our breath again because I've already stuck that on there. Get that off. And I'll use this. Actually, what I might do is use use the purple to bring it back in, but I'm going to test it a couple of times first. Just do it, Lorraine. Just do it. There we go. Hello. The blending's pretty. I love doing the blending. I really do. Any opportunity that I get, I will do it. So basically that's the outside of the card, and now we just need to cut an insert. So you know, isn't it amazing how when you're going somewhere or going to do something, so I want 3 3/4, that you suddenly find a million things that you need to do before you go. By 5 1/2. Okay, So I have that, and what I might do is just bring in, I had that one, that one, and that one. And the green. Oh, sorry, I've just got to go to the door. Someone's come to the door. Stop. Oh dear. Okay, so my husband's gone down the road and our friends have just turned up. So I'll just finish this. So there and there. And then the green. See, I think that looks rather pretty. And then I couldn't work out which yellow I'd used. So I think it might have been that one. We'll just do the yellow across there. That gives us a good insert. Now, do you think, I've got it here, where is it? Let me see. I might just pop this same flower onto the inside. There we go. That brings the outside in. And I'll just glue that into the middle. You need to find your mojo. Yes, she is a very good girl. Yeah. Oh no, Leslie. Oh goodness. Do you know, I think we all go through that though. I've been through stages where I haven't made a card in ages, and then I reach that point where it's like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. So I just walk away from it for a while, and then I go back to it. Yes, sketches help. They do help, absolutely. All right, let's pop some gems onto there, if I can find them. Here they are. Then I'll try and find that other stuff. So, colour-wise, ooh, you know what? I'm going to pop a little one of these. Just in there like that. There. Beautiful. Beautiful. I was going to use them yesterday and I totally forgot. Right, so I want something with... I know what Sue's going to be saying. Oh, that's a good idea, Holly. That's a really good idea. Want something with a bit of purple, but I can't really. I don't want to go pinky purple. I have a feeling that I might just be going with Sue's favourite. Because, oh, I could put those in. Oh, you might have missed out, Sue. You have a colouring day, sentiment cutting day, and another craft day. Oh, that's an idea. I don't mind if I'm... See, that's a bit pink. And I really want... Oh, that one will do. So we'll use the purple. And we'll... I think this would look nice as a sympathy card. So I've only got large or small on here, so I'll do the 2 large and then 1 small. Like so. And there we go. Yes, that's a good idea too, Nicole. I should do that. I'm always procrastinating. I'm the queen of procrastination, I can tell you. You tell me something, I can procrastinate for weeks. All right, so this is what we've got this morning. Those are looking a bit purpley, so that's good. So we've just got the the arch, which is in what we've been doing this week, with the other arch around it, the hello, and the little... I think a hello card can go for anything, really, can't it? Like, it can go for most things. I am wishing I'd put that on straight. It's a little bit off center, but that's all right. Yeah, so there we go. That's the card for today. Very plain, very simple, and not that difficult to make. So I will come back up to the top. Okay, alrighty. So actually, no, I'll pop back down again. Sorry, up, down, up, down. So this is today's card. That was yesterday's card. Trying to work out what days I did which. I did one day that wasn't a... that was... What's today? Friday. So Friday, Thursday. Then we had... excuse me. That one. And then we had the triptych, which went through like that. So that was Tuesday. Monday, I broke the whole... Well, I didn't realise that I wasn't going to be doing something else. So then we did the fan... We did the fan card on Monday. Okay, so lots of different cards this week. So we've got 3 fancy folds. Well, I suppose this is a bit of a fancy fold, this one. So we have 3 of those, and just today's, which is a little bit on the ordinary side, but that's fine. All right, so now I will come up to the top. There we go. Now I've got a little drop down that tells me which camera I'm using, and I mean, I know which camera I'm using. So that was that. Now, what I wanted to show you was, so we've got the new stamping positioner, which is here, and all set ready for me to play with. And I had one before. I never had a Stamparatus or anything like that. Simple and elegant, thank you. So we all know that this one is like that, and then, oh goodness, they stuck together a bit quick, and everyone's saying these aren't going to break. And there's the tabs there. So just let me show you very quickly. Oh, and the other thing is the pad on the bottom. So I did find my old one, and I'm just going to show it to you quickly. So this is my old one that I had. This one, it comes off as well, but it has magnets that stick it. So it's very similar in that respect. And it has the magnets. Now what's she barking at? Is she letting people in? Okay, so that is me for today. I just thought I'd show you that. So I do have a couple of extra magnets there as well, and it's not unlike, except it has other features, it's not unlike the one that I'm used to. So I will see. Archers do make great cards. Yeah. I will see you all on Monday, and have a great weekend. If you follow me on my Facebook page, I'm sure you'll see some photos. There's usually photos when, when I go away. And I will see you all then. So have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves.